Let us talk about derivatives involving rational exponents. The basic derivative is y is equal to u to the power n. To find its derivative, the derivative of y with respect to u, you drop the power and reduce the power by 1. Therefore, if y is equal to x to the power 4, its derivative is 4x power 3. That is 4 minus 1, which is 3. Now, if y is equal to 1 over x to the power 4, we can use the laws of exponents and write this expression as y is equal to x to the power negative 4. Now, its derivative, we drop the power which is negative 4 and reduce the power by 1. So negative 4 minus 1 is negative 5. So you have negative 4 x to the power negative 5. But remember, we can rewrite x to the power negative 5 as, so this is 1 over x to the power 5. So therefore, the derivative of 1 over x to the power 4 is equal to negative 4 over x to the power 5. Now, if we have a rational exponents, for example, 1 over 2, first of all, you drop the power, which is 1 over 2, multiply by x, and then 1 over 2 reduced by 1 is negative half. And negative x to the power negative half can be written as 1 over x to the power half, which is just the square root of x. So in simple terms, if you have y equal to the square root of x, we can write it as x to the power half. So its derivative is 1 over twice the root of x. Very good. Now, we can apply the chain rule. Remember, if you have y is equal to f of g of x, then the derivative of y is, first of all, you take the derivative of the inner function and multiply by the derivative of the outer function while maintaining the inner function the same. In other words, we can let u to be equal to the inner function so that dy dx will be dy with respect to u, then multiply by derivative of u with respect to x. Let us take a quick example. We have f of x is equal to the square root of 5x plus 2. So the inner function in this case is 5x plus 2. So let u to be equal to 5x plus 2. The derivative of u with respect to x is 5. Now, since 5x plus 2 is equal to u, we rewrite this function as y is equal to the square root of u, which is just the u to the power 1 over 2. Now, we said u to the power 1 over 2, its derivative is 1 over twice the root of the square root of u. Therefore, we can write dy with respect to x as dy with respect to u multiplied by du with respect to x. So this is just the formula. Now, the derivative of y with respect to u is 1 over twice the square root of u multiplied by the derivative of u with respect to x is 5. So we can take that multiplication and 5 over twice the root of 5x plus 2. Now, we are saying 5x plus 2 here because in the initial step, we said let u be equal to 5x plus 2. So that is how you find its derivative. Now, let us look at this exciting problem. Okay, in this problem, y is equal to the cube root. Y is equal to the cube root of this function. So we can rewrite y as y is equal to this function to the power 1 over 3. Okay. Now, the inner function is this expression inside. So let or put u to be 4x squared minus 5x plus 7 so that its derivative with respect to x is just the same as 8x. That is, you drop the power, which is 2, so it is going to multiply by 4, which is 8, and reduce 2 by 1, which is the power 1, so that is just x. Then minus x has the power 1, so we drop the 1, multiply by 5 is 5, and 1 minus 1 is 0. Any number to the power 0 is 1. That is why 5, just 5 as a constant. Okay, now we have y is equal to u to the power 1 over 3. So its derivative again, we drop 1 over 3 and multiply by u. Now 1 over 3, we reduce it by 1. So I can write here 1 over 3 minus 1, which is just 3 over 3. So this is the bases, the denominators are the same, so 1 minus 3 is negative 2 over 3. So this becomes 1 over 3 u to the power negative 2 over 3. We can write this as 1 over 3, then u to the power 2 over 3 positive. And this can be rewritten as 1 over the cube root of u squared. Now, putting everything together, we are going to say dy dx is equal to, we are going to multiply this derivative with 8x minus 5. So this is 8x minus 5, then everything over 3 multiplied by the cube root of u squared. But remember, u is 4x squared minus 5x plus 7. All right. The last exciting problem is we want the derivative of y. We want the derivative of y is equal to the square root of x squared minus 1, then multiply by, so this is one function, multiply by sine x. Now, because this is a product of two functions, we are going to use the product rule. But remember, in the first function, the square root, we're going to use chain rule. Okay? So the product rule states that if you have y is equal to uv, then the derivative of y is take the derivative of u and leave v the way it is, plus leave u and take the derivative of v. Okay. Let u, which is the first function, the square root of x squared minus 1, using our previous knowledge, we know that u prime is the derivative of the inner function. The inner function is x squared minus 1, and its derivative is 2x. So that is why we have 2x in the numerator here. Okay. Now, the derivative of the square root of x is 1 over twice that. So that is why you have twice of this thing. Now, v is sine x, and the derivative of sine x is cos x positive. So here, first of all, we are saying u prime, and u prime is this function here. But remember, 2 and 2 is going to cancel. So we are just going to have x over the square root of that expression. And v is sine x. So that is why we have sine x here. Now, plus, we are going to maintain u as constant the way it is. So u is this expression, which is that, then multiply by the derivative of v here is cos x. So that is why we have cos x. Now, we are going to express this sum as a single fraction. The common denominator is the square root of x squared minus 1. So the square root of x squared minus 1 divided by itself is 1. So that is why we have x multiplied by sine x plus. Now here we have 1 into this square root, which is this square root. So the square root of x squared minus 1 multiplied by this thing here, right? So we are going to have the square root of x squared minus 1 which is just x squared minus 1 to the power 1 over 2, then multiply by itself, so it is squared, right? So the 2 and the 2 cancels. So this is just x squared minus 1. So that is why we have x squared minus 1 here multiplied by cos x. All right, so this is how you find derivatives of functions involving rational exponents. Thank you for watching. Please share, follow, like, send us a comment, and let us know where you are watching us from. And if possible, suggest topics that you want us to cover in the future. God bless you.